Hello and welcome. The goal of this podcast is to get listeners connected with others in the sports industry because they say it's all about who you know, and now you know us.
All right, well, hello, welcome, Constant Sports Podcast listeners and guests. We have an exciting interviewee today with Damola Oseni joining us out of a Chicago-based company called MOLSPORTS, where he is running that agency out there. Today we're going to talk about athlete representation, NIL, marketing. They got a cool All-Star game coming up that we'll talk a little bit about, but we're looking forward to kind of discussing all the things sports agency in that world. So thanks for joining us today, Damola.
Oh, no problem, but thank you for having me.
Of course. And so let's kind of just jump right into it. And obviously you found yourself with MOLSPORTS. So how'd you decide, okay, I'm going to create MOLSPORTS, and how'd that come to be?
The idea of me creating MOLSPORTS started the year of COVID. So I was basically just drawing up ideas of when I'm done with school, I want to go into the agency route.
Mhm.
Then I was just drawing some ideas down, and luckily enough, I was watching a documentary on YouTube about Rich Paul, and
Yep.
I was able to familiarize myself with him, able to compare everything, his upbringing, how he relates to athletes, and being grown up in Chicago is a great place for basketball players, and me. I was able to relate to some. I was cool with some guys already. Then it just took me to I wrote it down. I showed it to one of my mentors, and he thought it was a great idea. He showed me a lot of documentaries to watch. I watched them. Then it was actually to my second year of college when I took the risk. I said, okay, um, I'm really want to get into this. I reached out to an agent. The agent told me, no, you're not ready yet, because I wanted to learn. So that was basically what I wanted to do. I wanted to learn. Then him rejecting my idea, it was a close friend of mine that was just going through my stuff. And he was just like, I just saw MOLSPORTS on your table. What's that all about? And I was like, bro, it's just an idea I want to do. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Then he was like, yeah, I know a couple of basketball players. Let's book a gym, bring them, play in an open run. Then I did that. I took a huge risk by doing that because I'm not known for a person that is very like outspoken a lot. I'm always like stay to myself. Then starting that, it kind of just like opened up a lot for me. Trying to just get out of my being to myself. Getting out the comfort zone. I was blessed. I was able to work from there on. NIL came in place. Then I was able to share some of my ideas with a lot of guys like Raheem Anthony that went Division 3 to Division 1. Ali Sabet, Division 3, just about to go professional now. I'm just able to build those connections with those guys. I'm happy to see where they're headed right now. Most guys are venturing out into their own thing right now, learning about the game, which is why I started MOLSPORTS, just to give them a space where they can be open to different entities, not just me. Just different ways, like just helping them grow in that marketing side. So it's about to be 3 years now, and I'm grateful because it was a lot just balancing that and going to school at the same time.
Yeah, I'm sure. And as you said, it's kind of been 3 years. And talk to us about kind of some of the clients that you have. How does it go about getting clients, especially in the college space, NIL?
Yeah.
What is the kind of the, I guess, recruiting you could say when signing an athlete? Walk us through that.
Yeah, so my path was a little bit different. Like I said, I knew some of these guys since we was kids, so they was able to trust me into like helping them on that side of the business. Then I was able to grow and help those guys out. I was able to recruit some other guys like Justin Harmon. But Justin Harmon, the way it was just like, I just took a huge risk with that one. Just hit him on Instagram DM. I was like, hey, bro, I'm really interested in working with you. Let's make something happen. Then from there on, we were able to just go on and work together. That was when he was at Utah Valley. From there on, he entered the portal. Then he went to Illinois. That's another advice I like to give people. Like, don't be scared to shoot the shot because you never know where it's gonna take you. I never knew he was gonna go to Illinois. If I happened to say I don't want to work with that guy, I don't think I would have had the opportunity to work with somebody at a Big Ten school. And then I was able to recruit Tay Williams. I've watched Tay when he was in high school. Tay was a high flying player in high school. Then with Tay, me and Tay right now, we're very tight. So recruiting guys, it's just about relating, being around their age. I'm 23, so it's like I can able to, like open up to them about,
Connect with them.
yeah, and able to relate to me as well. So that's why I say my path is a little bit different from other people, you know. And as I'm growing now, I was able to, you know, now I'm making presentation boards. You know, I never did that before. It's all part of growth. Like I
Yep.
said, yeah. So making presentation boards to clients, you know, with my partner 𝐒𝐭𝐮𝐝. So we were able to do that as well. And with the NIL stuff, you know, it took me a while to finally get into that NIL space, because when I first started, it was Division III guys that I work with, and I thought the NIL space would be easy, just getting deals, but it was a challenge. You know, I was able to face a lot of reality, being honest with guys that I could take you far as well, because everybody thinks they can make the big NIL money,
Yeah.
but the reality is that if you don't have 100K followers, 50K followers plus, you're not gonna get the bag that person is getting. So you have to be able to be real with yourself. Like, okay, what do I have to do to make sure I get in my position to get that NIL money? Like I said, not everybody's gonna make that big money. So, but some guys, basketball, just focus on basketball. You know, go the professional route, make money, save it up, and come back and invest it.
Mm-hmm. No, that's great advice. And I think that especially with kind of as you were talking about, you know, not every athlete's going to get, you know, that big payday, you know, kind of right place, right time thing. But as far
Yeah,
as you know, your clients go, and you have athletes across multiple sports, you know,
yeah.
is there a different approach you use with athletes as far as, you know, marketing decks, you know, representation needs and things like that across different sports?
Yeah, it is. It is. It's different. Most guys, you know, some guys you got to be hard on them. Some guys you have to be soft on them.
Hmm.
You know, the guys that got to be hard on them is because, you know, that's what they need. That's the personality approach. You know, everybody has different ways for them to get the best out of them. Like, for
Hmm.
example, the way I talk to Raheem is different from the way I could talk to a guy like Justin Harmon or
Yep.
a guy like 𝐒𝐭𝐮𝐝, because those guys, like Luau, he needs somebody that's gonna pump him up because he's a football player. You need
Hmm.
to be. But Raheem is, you gotta be. Oh, I'm there for you. That's how he gets his best. You know, he's being in a comfort zone. You know, being like in a place where he feels like he belongs. Yeah. So
Gotcha.
with that marketing, it's like everybody's different. You know, the way I pitch guys to brands is different. Like, okay, with Raheem, this is what you're gonna get. He can speak well. He can he's very outstanding student, not
Hmm.
just a basketball player on the court, and he can help you guys promote what you guys have going on very well, because not only can he just speak well, the way he presents himself is highly representable.
Hmm.
And just as every guy that I've worked with, then with Luau, his approach is different, from going from Canada to going to 𝐒OCONN, they going to TCU, going to the national championship, losing to Georgia. Then you go in the NFL draft, you know, you get a lot of chances. No, you go to the CFL, you dominate the CFL, you win a Grey Cup. Now you finally get an NFL opportunity. It's just that never give up type
Yeah.
of, yeah. So like I said, everybody's different, you know. You got some guys got to talk to them in a soft way, some guys got to talk to them in a hard way. And that's a tough part about this business, because not everybody wants to hear the truth. Like me personally, if somebody told me, I'll feel a certain way too. I mean, it's a human being thing, you know. But you know, that's what we can help us grow at the end of the day. You need that somebody that's gonna be real with you. Like, okay, bro, you average 10 points a game. That doesn't mean you're gonna get NBA leads, right? You know, compared to
Hmm.
somebody that goes to a Big 10 school averaging 12 a game. It's different, you know. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it makes sense. And I think that especially kind of in the sports world, it's, you know, corporate America might not talk like that, but in the sports world, especially, you know, athletes and whatnot need someone to, you know, give it to them straight and tell them like, hey,
Yeah,
these are potential opportunities. These opportunities, you know, don't exist, or you know, that's maybe not a route for you to go down. And it's important to kind of have that relationship with clients and different athletes to, you know, have someone that's kind of on their side, giving them good, solid, sound advice for them to, you know, make the best decision at the end
yeah,
of the day.
yeah, definitely.
I was curious, since you've been working in the college space now, I guess for athletic space for a little over 3 years now, what are your thoughts on the transfer portal? Do you think that's going to make a big difference in college sports? Do you think there should be the different rules laid down, or what are kind of your thoughts?
Me personally, last year was one of the hardest transfer portal that I endured, because I had 15 guys that enter the portal on the basketball side.
Wow.
So I was able to learn about the transfer portal because I didn't know a lot about the transfer portal till last year.
Mm-hmm.
As it's growing now, I see a lot of guys that are entering the portal just because of the NIL market. I feel like they should put some rules down because of that. Which I just feel like a lot of people are just, I don't want to say followers, but that's what it seems like.
Chase the money, it seems like.
Yeah. But you got to understand, like, for example, say you go to a Big Ten school, you're coming from a small, mid-major market, you average 15 points. Then you go to a big major market, and they already have everything established. Like a Duke, like somebody from Purdue, Fort Wayne, he has a big year, 20 points a game, he goes to Duke. Then you go to Duke, you got to start from the bottom again because they already have their guys already, like 2 or 3 guys ahead of them. So you got to think about that as well because it's a grimy game because these coaches, they already have their guys already. So you just coming in to fill the roster up. So you might as well want to stay where you value that, continue to average your 20 points a game, make noise, and go make money. Europe is not bad. Then build yourself up to go to the NBA. Patrick Beverley did that. Go overseas, build your name up, they get an NBA opportunity. Like I said, the transfer portal is different from a lot of guys. My advice is just put a limitation on it because it's a lot. Like every day is something new. It's a lot, and it's building a lot of guys running away from the grind. Well, I don't want to say too much about that because it's like if things not going well at another school, some guys will just be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna leave" because the coach doesn't like me. But might as well just like dug it out, work hard, and make the coach, really have a nice impression on you because. Right. Yeah, because the resume speaks nicely. I spoke to a lot of scouts and gave me a lot of feedback, and they, oh yeah, the red flag is you went to 3 schools in 3 years. Like, wow. So that's just being honest. But I mean, I like the transfer portal because it's giving guys options to do stuff. Because we never had that in college sports, which is great now. Everybody's getting paid. You have options to go wherever you want to go to and make noise, like kind of just like put your own voice down. But do I think they should put a limitation on it? Yeah, but I love the portal. I'll be able to and do a lot of success through the portal last year, with Raheem going D3 to D1, Justin Harmon to Illinois, Rashid D2 to D1. So it was nice. It was nice, seeing guys get opportunity from lower majors, like jump up. That's the reason why I love the transfer portal.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm on the fence too. I think, there's like 2,000 players or something crazy like in the transfer portal. And that's just it's impossible for coaches, and then also like I guess high school players that are going into college, and then also the people that are in the portal. Like there's just too much influx and too much kind of in play that I think if they were to say, like open and close window, kind of like a free agency thing, you can talk to people here, you can't here, they can sign here, they can't, something like that to kind of.
Yeah, like an NBA structure, like a timetable, like, okay, you enter here and you have to, it closes at a certain period, just something like that, that's what I think that's a great idea.
Right. Yeah. And I think that'll come in time because obviously we're all, this is new territory. NIL is only a few years old. The transfer portal is new. So it'll all come together. But regarding kind of the marketing services that MOLSPORTS provides, I've seen you guys do deals with Hey Dude and Brain Fuel. So talk to us about kind of how those deals go. What's it like, connecting with those companies and, having your athletes promote those brands.
Connecting with those companies is all about relationship building. I tell a lot of people, you just can't reach out to a brand saying, "Hey, I want to work." Yeah. They're gonna look at you like, "Who's this guy?" With Brain Fuel, it started off with relationship building. We didn't start off right away, working with athletes right away. Mm-hmm. It was one-on-one working with me, trying to see where we can go with things. With me and 𝐒𝐭⍴, the CEO of Brain Fuel. We were doing a lot of, that's when they were starting off. Like we would always go to 7-Eleven, promote their brands, and just to make everybody see the idea of Brain Fuel. Mm-hmm. Then as time went on, I was able to pitch some guys to him. Okay. And when he told me about paid opportunities, because we've built that relationship where it's like, we can go further with that. Like, okay, let's do something else. I was able to pitch guys like Damola to him, Ayo, Ali Sabat. And we were able to do a lot of demo in stores, and it was nice. Just doing that part. It was paid, obviously. You know, I always feel like you got to get paid for your hard work. You know, some
Right.
brands like to use athletes, but just like I'll give you a discount code, but I don't. You know, I want my athletes to get the best they value they can get, and
Yeah.
that's all it is with relationship building. Like with Hey Dude, it was a post game partnership. You know, I was able to meet with Aaron. Aaron works with post game, and he was able to show me a lot of NIL opportunities because back then I didn't really have a lot of NIL opportunities.
Mhm.
But I started digging into that once I had guys going Division 1 because I was like, okay, it's crucial for me to hit this market because I want my guys to have a certain voice in the NIL space. So that's the reason why I put in a lot of work into that. You know, just building that relationship because it's very important, especially in this business, because you never know who's going to connect you to who and who's going to connect you to somebody that can help you in the long run.
Yeah, no, I think that's
Yeah.
obviously the name of the game, kind of building relationships. So there's certain, I guess, things you do, reach out every once in a while. Once you kind of build that first connection, you know each other, like you text a lot, do you phone calls and email, kind of how do you kind of foster those relationships?
Um, just phone calls, texting. Um, not all days will seem like it's blossoming. You're gonna have days where it's like, we'll call each other and be like, oh, we don't think this is going the right direction. And I'll tell them like, okay, what can we do to make sure this goes in the right direction? There's a
Mhm.
lot of game planning. Like I said, it doesn't happen overnight, with this deal. You got to make sure it's the best fit because you don't want to lock in on a deal just to lock in on the deal. Because I see that all the time. That's how I was. You want to lock in on the deal just to impress people on Instagram, not
Mhm.
knowing this deal is not really a great fit for you or your brand. Or is it going to help your brand grow in the long run? So that's how it goes. Cell phone texting, having meetings with them, just being on them about certain stuff. We've had moments where that's all it is. It's a very I see it all the time. Just doing stuff. But now I just want to find the best fit that can help most sports, not just most sports, the athletes and the people under me blossom and be connected in the long run.
Yeah. And that's something that I guess is influential for just any business in general, right? That
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
aspect and that way to grow. And that's kind of where we connected was actually the All-Star game you got coming up here. It's
yeah.
here it's approaching quickly. So talk to us about the All-Star game, what it entails, what's going on, how did it come about, things like that.
So the All-Star game came about 2022. So my whole idea about it was like I drew inspiration from a close friend of mine. We're very close. T runs UEBL. You're in Chicago.
Mhm.
I'll send you him. Check them out. He's got a great program going on. And I was just looking at what T had going on. Like, okay, he's doing an All-Star game, and I was just like, I was just doing things back then just to help bring the name of MOLSPORTS out there. We did a lot of events to bring it because we were starting up. We just wanted people to know our name then. So we was doing a lot of events. And the All-Star game came about because of somebody that I was working with, my late friend that um, passed away. Um, I was just using that for a tribute game for him to honor his name, keep his name alive, keep because he was a big influence in what I have going on. And with the All-Star game, it's just a tribute to him. Just keep what we got going on going strong and like it's looking nice now. Like I'm from when we started to now, I just want to thank God because it was a lot of sacrifices, a lot of moments where I felt like I wanted to give up, especially with balance of school. I'm about to graduate this Saturday, so it's like just looking at everything. Like I'm happy I didn't give up, and like with this All-Star game, which is why I'm very excited because it's just gonna bring everything together. And the beautiful thing about it is because a lot of guys now they're playing at higher levels now, and most of the people that come in to watch them don't really get a chance to watch them in
Yeah.
person. Yeah, so that's another good, beautiful thing about it. Because when I was a kid, I used to go to gyms to watch guys play. It was an honor to see guys play, and like I want to keep that going because I just feel like that's kind of fading away because of Instagram, people are going far away because they feel like, okay, this guy, if I go here, they're gonna give me the best coverage and put me on Instagram and stuff like that. So which is why I just love this. Like, I'm excited. I'm excited.
Yeah, very cool. And have you guys kind of finalized the roster? I know you've sent out a few kind of Instagram and Twitter. We've been connecting, but what's it looking like? I mean, I'm assuming you got a lot of your clients playing, but then you get
Yeah.
other players involved, or how does that
Yeah,
process?
yeah. I have some of my clients playing, and some guys that really want to play that I'm close with
Mhm.
playing it well. I'm giving out some names. Justin Harmon
Mhm.
played at Illinois. We'll be playing at the All-Star game. Tay Williams, Cleveland State. We'll be playing at the All-Star game. Caleb Rouse will be playing. He played at New Orleans. Kristen Henry, who just committed to Eastern Michigan, will be playing at the All-Star game. A couple of high school guys, Yaris Hervey. One thing I'm excited about is the women's game that I'm adding to the event,
Mhm.
just because, revolutionizing, like, the women's game is growing right now. And me adding the women's game, because I want to show people that, okay, like, not all events have to be men's basketball all the
Yeah.
time. Yeah, yeah. So just to bring that about, like, okay, the girls too can hoop. I want to show that too. And the list is looking nice with that. It's kind of, I'll be honest with you, it's kind of hard trying to get some women to play, because we're not really into that market big yet, but we're
Mhm.
reaching out and it's going well.
Perfect. And is that the same day as the men's tournament, the women's and men's on the same day, or is it different?
No, it's different. It's same day, same day.
Same day.
So the women are starting off. The reason why I brought that idea is because last year, we had the gym time for 5 hours, and the event
Mm.
ended 2 hours earlier. Then somebody told me, I think next year you should have a game before to kick off the event, then ended off with the men's game. And I was just like, okay, I wanted to do a high school kid, but now I'm watching Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, all these women dominated on the game, and it's like, okay, you know what? Let me do something nobody's ever done before, add a women's game just to shock people. Like, oh, okay, we can actually add a women's game to events now. So yeah.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. And especially kind of with that, you know, kind of predicament that you came in, you had the gym for 5 hours and 2 hours early. And that's kind of how entrepreneurship works, right? You figure out, okay, how can we make this better? How can we best allocate our time and resources? And
Yeah,
obviously that's what you did there. So that's exciting. And we'll shout those events out as they come closer. And then are there certain brands you're working with to kind of promote the event or that are going to be involved?
yeah. Brainfield said they're gonna be involved. Every year they're involved. And I really love them because, like, they've been looking out for us since we got started. So it's like that relationship is always there. Then for the first time, because I was doing T-shirts
Mhm.
for the event. This year they're gonna be wearing jerseys. So, which is why I'm excited.
Leveling up.
Yeah, we're gonna do a lot of promos with those jerseys to before the event, post them out by next month. Obviously the goal is, like, because I'm graduating Saturday. Once I'm done with that, I could focus full time on this event coming up at MOLSPORTS. So which is why I'm excited. Yes, Fifth Sportswear, Smile Kicks. My guy Eric runs that shoe brand. That's it as of right now. But the whole goal for it is, like, if you're in it with us, you're in it with us. If you're not in it with us, you're missing out.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a great event. Those people that they want to work with us, they're gonna miss out. And have calling my phone again, like, hey, it happens all the time, and I'll just be like, you guys should have locked in this year with us. But yeah, I'm just focused on trying to do a great event in honor of his name, because that's what's important to me
Mhm.
at the moment right now.
Yeah, no, awesome. Good to hear. And congrats on, graduating this Saturday. So that'd be
Thank
fun,
you so much.
exciting. Then you can kind of, like you said, you can get out of school mode and focus fully on the
Yeah,
event going forward. Is there kind of what's next? Obviously, with you got the event, here coming up, but what's next for most sports? How does the kind of the future, how do you see the future of your company growing?
what's next for most sports is I'm excited because I was growing as well in college to have moments like this, because
Hmm.
I know once a lot of guys are done with school, they're going to the professional route, which is why I partnered with Zach, Zach Bernalu Sports Management. Zach is a FIBA agent, just like me. Zach started at a young age, but Zach started when he was 16, so
Wow.
he was able to grow a lot of clientele lists. He's worked with a lot of former NBA players, so we're heading into a direction right now where it's like we're going to be representing a lot of professional players now, which is the whole goal of it.
Hmm.
Because I'm like, wow, like, that was my dream. I want to rep professional players, not just college players. And for that to be happening now, we're locking in on some clients. Obviously, we've pitched to some guys and they told us no, it's part of the game, keep it moving. Which some guys said yes, but yeah, that's what's next for us. The future is exciting, especially with Lawal in the NFL now. Like in 2 years, everything we've been able to accomplish, it's just a surreal feeling because it takes a lot of people a long time to actually build something. So like for me to be 2 years in already, almost getting my foot in the door, getting the experience of being in meetings, pitching to athletes at a young age is really gonna help me in the long run. And that's why I'm like the future is bright. The future is bright. Like my mom always told me, like, never give up. It's great because I have a family that, like, in this with me. My cousin was very, if I call my cousin right now, she don't want to hear me saying I want to give up. So it's like, yeah. So yeah, but the future is bright.
Perfect. And that's I guess very important to have as well, kind of starting a business, having that core group of people around you that help you and kind of keep you on the path when times get hard. And is there certain things that you found that kind of being an entrepreneur or business owner that certain skills or certain attributes that you lean on more than others?
Oh yeah, it's just the strength of my family and close friends, especially being an entrepreneur and going to school at the same time. It's very hard because, like, at the darkest moment, you feel like you're not doing something right. Then, but like, like when I'm in my down moments, I'll usually just, my cousin's a phone call away. I'll text her, and she was just like, just send motivational stuff that would just keep me going. Especially my uncle, just having that support from them has really helped me in the long run, and it's built that attribute in me that
Yep.
never give up. I've learned a lot about myself. I'm very resilient. I've had, if I told a lot of people the amount of down moments I've had, I don't let the Instagram fool you, but it's been a lot of moments where, a lot of no's, a lot of ideas that went wrong, but just never give up. You'll be tested. That's life. We all gonna be tested. Just really, how bad do you want it? And I want it bad. So this is why I'm still here, standing strong. A lot of people didn't expect me to keep going in 3 years. Like, how do you balance this and go to school at the same time? Just proving them wrong. And like, just the strongest thing I've learned throughout the process is just having faith and being patient.
Floor and let you kind of close us out here.
Shout out, a big shout out would have to be my team. They're putting a lot of work behind the scenes. 𝐒𝐭𝐮𝐝, Halima, Shania, 𝐒𝐭𝐮𝐝, Kerr, Damani, man. Those people I lean strongly upon because they've helped me this past year, because this past few months has been rough for me. But them keeping me going and keeping MOLSPORTS going is, I want to say a big thank you to you guys. I really love you guys. Appreciate everything you've done for MOLSPORTS, and I'm excited to keep building with you guys. And yeah, let's keep going strong. And future is bright. And just want to promote the All-Star game. That's what I'm really excited about, just to see the growth of everything. And I'm looking forward to an amazing event June 15th.
Yeah, we're excited for it. Excited to kind of see the growth there. And shout out to the team, MOLSPORTS, as a whole. There, looking forward to seeing the growth continue as we move forward in our careers. And thanks for all those who listened and joined and watched the episode today. And thanks, obviously, to Damola for joining us as
Thank you
talking
so
about
much
his
for having
time.
me. Thank you so
Yeah,
much
yeah.
for having me.
You
Great.
got it. Of course, of course. Thanks for joining, like I said. And for all the listeners and viewers, we'll put this on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, anywhere you get your content. So we're looking forward to that, and we'll see you guys on next week.
Great. Thank you so much.
Yep.